Hello, all, and welcome to yet another edition of Roddy Reviews. Today, we have a very interesting one that I actually just got done watching. It is a review of Season 2 of The End of the Effing World. If you don't know what show that is, it's a Netflix show. It's originally produced in Great Britain by, I believe, Channel 4. Same group that does Black Mirror. I believe it's produced by them. And, yeah, it's pretty much, an exploration of youth and rebellious themes and such. So, yeah, and we'll go into what I feel about, the show as a whole and what I feel about Season 2 specifically. There will be some spoilers, but I'll make sure to give an alert before, and I'll make sure to timestamp in the description where you can skip to skip the spoilers. Alright. Also, for those of you who saw my Instagram post, a little bit earlier than this video was released, if you thought I was going to show It's the Big One, then you were right. That was my mug for today. Have some coffee in here, great stuff. Good stuff. So, It's the Big One was my mug of choice for today, which I got at Goodwill. Cool. But into the show. So, if you've been keeping up with the show at all, it's season one. Season 1 of the show was met with very high praise, very high critical acclaim, and I watched it in a day, and I really enjoyed the first season. One of my favorite seasons of television that I've ever seen, honestly. And it stars Alex Lothar, who I believe Lothar, and he is also in a Black Mirror episode. Funny enough, the Channel 4 connections. It's the Black Mirror episode. I forget what it's called, but it's the one where he ends up being a pedophile at the end. So spoiler alert. But so yeah. There's that. And season 1 was very cool, awesome. But the thing is, based off the ending of season 1, which I'm not going to give too much away of if you haven't seen the show at all, I didn't think there should have been a season 2, just because of how great the season 1 ending was. I didn't think it needed a second season. I thought that was like the perfect ending to what that series was. But then they announced they were going to come out with a second season, and I at first was highly skeptical. Drink some coffee. There's coffee in here today, which is a new drink if you've been keeping up with what I drink in every rider. If you got some coffee, a new one. But I was highly skeptical. I thought no matter what, the second season wasn't going to live up to the first season at all. That's what I thought. And I don't want to say I was wrong, but I was a little incorrect in my way of thinking, I guess. Because I thought the way season 1 ended was a perfect ending, and they can't really go anywhere from that. Well, they sort of proved me wrong, and honestly, they did it in kind of a joking way. From here on out, there will be spoilers for the show. I will timestamp in the description where you can skip ahead to. So this is the spoiler section of the video. The spoiler section of the video right now. So here's the whole thing. James doesn't actually die at the end of season 1. And he ends up coming back, and that's why I thought it was such a good ending to the first season. Because I thought he was dead, and I thought that was the end of that. And I thought, why would you ever need to do anything else if he dies? But I was wrong, and they bring him back, and honestly, I was a little mad at first when I saw it, but then they sort of joked about it in a way that worked so well. They said oh, James was narrating. He was like, oh, by the way, I'm not dead. I don't know, that was pretty funny to me. It's like the nonchalant way of addressing that. And we start out the season introduced to a new character named Bonnie. And she really brings I guess the edge to the show that season 1 had. like, so Bonnie's whole thing, again, spoiler, if you should be not watching this if you're worried about spoilers right now, but spoiler for Bonnie's character. Her whole thing is that she was boyfriends with the professor that James and Alyssa. Thank you. James and Alyssa had killed in the first season. Yeah, thank you for that. But yeah, the professor that they killed, and it was her boyfriend. It turns out, and you see this through the first episode even, because the first episode was like centered on Bonnie. The first episode you see that it was actually like an abusive type thing, like the professor had been known to do in the first season. But she had never experienced love before because of her upbringing, so she thought that that's what love was. And she had been told before even that by her mom, I believe it was, that punishment shows how much she loves her, which really twisted her sense of love. And we go through it. I was pleased at Bonnie's character. Honestly, when I first saw Bonnie, I was like, oh, got to introduce a new character to keep the story. But no, Bonnie really does fit well in the mold of the show. And as it goes along, Bonnie sort of is with them. And there's these whole plots with Alyssa and James I'm not going to get into because of the time of this video. But basically Bonnie just goes along with them all the while with the intent of killing Alyssa and James, because Alyssa and James killed her boyfriend, you see. But what ends up happening, and I'm skipping a lot, what ends up happening is Bonnie tries to, but she isn't successful because of like multiple reasons. Every time she tries to, there's like a blockage. She wants to hear Alyssa and James confess to what they did, but they end up telling her the truth that the professor tried to rape Alyssa, and that's why James killed the professor. But she just can't handle that truth because she loved him and said he wouldn't do those things, even though there was proof to her that he would. And the end of season 2 is a weird one. It's on a positive note. So Alyssa and James sitting eating lunch, and they tell each other they love each other, which was weird for the show, but I don't hate, I guess. I'm not gonna say too much about the ending either. And right now is when all of you that didn't want the spoilers should be coming back. I'm done, with the spoiler section of the video. Welcome back, all of you that didn't want the spoilers. But overall, basically, I was worried about how season 1 ended and how season 2 would continue, but my doubts were just proven wrong. And it was a great season 2. Backed with, of course, a great soundtrack, which season 1 also had. So that's not, something surprising, but great soundtrack for season 2. Just great settings, great characters. The new characters they introduced, were great. The same old characters that we've known from season 1 were still great. Great acting, especially by the, that might be a spoiler, but great acting from everyone. And at the end of the day, my preconceived notions of what season 2 would be were proven false. Because it's the big one. No. But no, it was really good. Really cool. Really great ending too. I really liked the ending. When I first saw it, I was a little but I really liked it. Sort of sets things in motion for a future season, but I do think that my overall score of the end of the effing world, season 2, just season 2, not series as a whole, would be probably a 9.15 out of 10. A 9.15. Because I mean, the first season for me would be a little bit higher. It'd be like a 9.7 or something. But listen, the second season does not disappoint. And if you were someone like me, who was worried about how they would be able to continue a second season, your fears can be rested, because it is a really good second season. And I hope that there's more. There doesn't have to be more, but I really hope that there is more with the series, which I think there will be. That's pretty much my thoughts on it. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't yet, at Roddy_reviews. Earlier today I posted a little thing about the mug, which mug I would feature. It was between another mug and this mug. I went with this mug, but if you're not following me on Instagram, you're not getting that quality fan interaction. So follow me at Roddy_reviews, RODDY_reviews, by the way. That's pretty much it. It's a good show. 9.15 out of 10. I haven't said this in a while. Check out the Roddy Recommendations playlist if you haven't. Just put it on shuffle. It's all cool stuff. Even if you don't like anything in there, I guess, you'll find something new. There's even a video of me in one of them. Not a Roddy review, but another video of me. So that's cool. Make sure to smash... Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Wow. Smash it like the new Smash character Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury. Wow. Smash it up. Smash it up. And make sure to ring the bell. Ring the bell. Yeah. So that was me ringing the bell. And that's it. One final thing. I've said that's it like 1,000 times. But one last thing. Most of my videos now have 100 views. So for those of you that keep up with the stats of that, that's pretty cool. The Agree to Disagree from last week, which I will be doing more of those in the future, by the way, isn't quite at 100 views yet because it's newer. And also the Chick-fil-A sauces review is like at 98 views or something. It's really close. But all the others are at 100 views, and that's really exciting. So thanks for watching. You know what they say.